Well, we talk a lot about the effort, but to finally see a puck go in when it matters and to help everybody's psyche around here.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're sitting there and you're going, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Like, you know, and it's, I don't want to use the word troubling, but the last two games we've played our ass off and you only get 1 point, but thank God we got 1 point out of it. It could have been really depressing going into 4 days.
Just that overtime, the back and forth, what was it like watching that and then to see it end on such a
Crappy
goal?
Yeah. I mean, I just looked up at about the 12-second mark and I said, okay, who am I going to put for the shootout? Because I figured it was done. You know, I mean, Radulov was just trying to get off the ice. He couldn't skate another, because when he had the 2-on-1, he couldn't skate at all coming in there. But I don't know. It's frustrating. We hit the crossbar. They hit the post. We have 3 2-on-1s. They have 3 2-on-1s. I mean, it's exciting for the crowd, but we would have liked to have seen it go our way, for sure.
Cunnin steps up for the team there, draws 4 minutes of power play time, and you get one shot that had to be beyond aggravating.
Yeah, especially since, you know, whether we score or not, 90% of our power plays, we've got the puck in their zone the whole time. And then to get 4 minutes after, you know, a great job by Luke in the fight and everything, you gotta, those are times you gotta put teams away. You have no choice. That's what you got to do. And they were determined, as they were in the first 5 minutes of the third period, and they came out and you know, and they got the first goal. I mean, the positive thing about that is that it could have went like, woe is me, and just, you know, let it slide. And it did for about 3 minutes, and Doobie stepped up and was great. But after that, we were in their zone the whole time, I thought.
Is it, I guess then, it's inevitable that these pucks eventually, if you keep putting pressure like that, is that how you look at it? I guess, is that your message, Bruce?
That's the message. I'm convinced, you know, and when I was in Anaheim, and I don't, you know, I think I've told the story, we started out the 1-7-2, and we got shut out 6 times in those 10 games. So you stayed with the course about staying solid defensively. I think 3 of them were 1-0. And we knew that if we continued to play really good defense, that eventually that we were going to start scoring. And we did. And we ended up, you know, I think we're number 2 in offense, 1 in defense, and 1-1 on the power play penalty killing. And I think this is a very similar situation in that, I mean, we keep, if you look at how many goals were given up and how many chances were given up, and then if that can continue, eventually the shots from Stahl in the slot and Granlund in the slot and Parise in the slot, they're going to start going in. So,
you know, I can't believe you brought this up because I looked that up today, and you were last in the West at Christmas time, and you won the Pacific. So, what, I mean, was there a message going into Christmas to that team on what they had to do to come out?
There was a message after Christmas when we got back, and I'll use the same analogy here, is it's like a game of golf, and that we've just played the first 9 holes and we shot 45, but there's no reason. We've got the talent to shoot 37 on the back 9, and that'll make a great round, and that's what we have to do. And I mean, it makes your sense of urgency a little bit sooner than you'd like it to be, but you don't wait for game 41 to say that this is the halfway mark. We will start right on game 36, and that'll, when we start after Christmas, it'll be our second half or our back 9, and we'll just have to start there. It's not that you'd like to be, you know, like Tampa, 20 games over 500 right now, where you got that equity if you lose, but we're not going to have that luxury.
This rough stretch, Bruce, does it feel, I guess, as bad as it has been, I guess, in terms of this is as long as the team's gone without banking a win? I mean, does it feel, or is it exacerbated maybe by the lack of
it's frustrating, you know, and disappointing. I was really disappointed for the players because you could see they stayed on the bench and they hung their heads. They really wanted this one, and I think the reaction when they tied it up was, you know, was the reaction you'd like to see. And you know, I thought for sure this was one of those that you tie it up late and you win it in overtime. But,
Good timing then, Bruce, just to get.
oh, they need a break, and I know they'll come back happier. We have so many children on our team that this is the time of year for them. And I just told one of the players, I said, just enjoy these moments with your family right now, because I mean they grow up and then you don't have it anymore, you know. So enjoy it, and they will. It might take a day or two to get over it, but that's why you got a 3-day, 4-day break.